Welcome to the Artificial Mind with Jonathan Sanchez and Jeremie Strobridge. Started off with I found Midjourney, and there's a whole different type of art community when it comes to AI art that I've learned in the last couple weeks, and it's incredible. And what's even more incredible is how each piece is it's like a snowflake. Not one is the same. You may get something similar, but it's not exactly the same. And it's been awesome to see some of the pieces that have been coming out through Midjourney, and then everything that we've made in between that, man.
Yeah, just how long ago did you turn me on to this? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Something like that, give or take.
Okay. So yeah, my introduction to it was subtle. It was just kind of like being turned on to a new album or something. Just check this out, and then I did, and from what you've seen, what I did last night, it's become an addiction now. Yeah, what I started out with is definitely to where I'm at now in just 2 weeks. I've actually heard like a 50-50 love-hate with this stuff, because a lot of people were putting it into art prizes and stuff and winning. So I get that part of it, but I'm not doing it for that. This is just pure creativity at this point. Yeah, like you said, John, with that snowflake metaphor, that's definitely true. Like, each time, there's nothing the same. What I love about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's even been times when I actually sat there myself, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I wonder if I type the same thing, is it gonna come out the same? And it never does. Like, it always comes out like a different way, and it's kind of scary. It's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say I was scared at first. I didn't know it's like true potential. Like, I was seeing what other people were pumping out on the community list there, and I was not getting anything like that. I think, like I was telling you, and I'll explain to these guys, is you're gonna find your niche after you fart around it for a little bit. If you're trying to do what everybody else is gonna do, it's like, well, it didn't work for me. And like I said, it took 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I've had this now, and like last night, I found a lot of it's gonna come down to, from what I understand, is a keyword. Your keywords are going to be how you're stating it, what kind of quality you want to see it in. You're going to probably want to write this stuff down, the qualities that you like.
Yeah, the notes.
You're going to want to take notes of keywords that you get a good outcome on. Stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some really good stuff out there too, man. I mean, there was people out there making comic books.
I have not seen a bad thing on here.
And then even things that you look at, Joe, he's got it pulled up. Like some of these creations are there's the baseball player, there's the weed angel, there's the whoa, what is that?
Yeah.
You see,
and you know what? I think we're gonna be saying a lot of that on this podcast. Is whoa, what is that? Because how many times we said it before we started?
Yeah, and it's cool because we'll have the format where we're gonna share each other's pieces, but then we're also going to be talking about we're also going to be talking about submissions too that people leave, or even some that we even find ourselves. It's very exciting. I mean might as well, let's just kick it off. Your first piece I got here, what I had in mind was a man sitting down eating pizza. There's no pizza.
Okay.
But when I look at it, I see a man who's seen it all. Now, what I love about the details of this specific art piece here is that he doesn't look unhappy. He doesn't
No.
he doesn't exactly look excited, but he doesn't look unhappy here. And you could tell, whatever that inside shirt is, he's got a little life in him. He's got a little spruce, that he's got that young mentality. He's got that smirk.
He's still cultured.
Yeah, but you could see the eyes, his eyes are kind of down there dragging, so he's seen a lot. The detail itself with the hair freaks me out when I look at it, because it's like I'm staring it's like I'm staring right at this person as if I know him. I created him.
Mm.
You know, but now I want to know what his story is. You know,
That's the other nice thing about all this too, is you can expand in so many different ways with this. Like, yeah, you can make a story out of him. I mean, he's got a story now. You know, you made him.
yeah, man. I love the background too. It's got like that blurry background. It's also got
The Kmart quality background.
yeah, man, and you know it's got like that painting style to it, but at the same time it kind of looks photorealistic at the same time, which I love, because it looks like a portrait. You know, it's like we're looking at a portrait right now, and it's fantastic, man. I really like this.
Could-
Yeah, a really nice piece. A really nice piece. I think if I had to name it, I would name this one Paul.
Paul.
Looks like a Paul.
My dad's name.
Is it really?
Compare. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
Yep, and then here we go.
Wow.
And the next one here, this one's yours.
No. That was definitely one of the first ones I did, though. Because actually, what inspired me to do that one was I saw in the community one with someone did a galaxy contained within a jar. And that one turned out really good. Okay, here's what it... Oh, this one is just called Cosmos.
Oh, really?
Straight up, just one word, Cosmos. That's what gave me that. So that's what one word gives you, people.
Oh, so you just wrote one word and that's what came out.
One word, and that's Cosmos. I don't think I did that with any other ones, too. I think that's the only one I just did one word and got that.
I like this one a lot because the first initial thought that I had when looking at it was like the Grand Canyon type area, like Arizona or something. Or like an Arizona landscape type planet with like a celestial event happening up above it, kind of like when we have like Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. There's so much more going on. There's like you're able to see all the gamma ray activity going on out in space too. It's just like,
it's interesting
crazy.
too because you know the Betelgeuse galaxy just exploded yesterday. So like looking at this, it's kind of like when you look at the so you see how like there's like that center hole there.
Yep.
It kind of looks like a red dwarf is exploding in that moment right there. You know. It's actually pretty cool. And then like what's also really cool is that if you kind of look faintly all the way in the back on like that center right area, it kind of looks like there's like a mountain with a castle there.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of tower there, or a little bitty tower.
I like that. I like that a lot. Then you got it looks like a traveler there in the bottom, and then like a grave of some sort maybe. I don't know what like there's like a spoke at the bottom of the ground there, but I like it. Want to do the next
And
one?
for one word, it gave you that.
No, for real.
Yeah. What you got?
The next one is mine. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I have a bit of a dark mind. I like war. I like hearing like post-apocalyptic stuff, like in video games and movies, TV shows and stuff like that. I'm a sucker for that stuff. So, this one, this piece exactly here. The first thing I said to myself was war in Hoboken, New Jersey, which is where my mother lives right now. The year is 2044. It was an American Civil War, and this is what came out. This is what came out. The end result, and it's crazy too because there's a building, that big building up there in the center. The tallest one there. That looks like a building that's in Jersey City, New Jersey. That has the same structure, so it kind of recognized what the area looks like, you know.
It kind of looks like the Avengers building or Stark Tower, kind of too.
Yeah.
They originally got the idea from it was an actual building in Jersey, and they used that in movies and
It could have been. It could have been because they use New
Looks like
Jersey
it.
and New York all the time. But look at the
Okay.
look at the detail of the smoke.
And this was like one of the first ones you did too, I remember.
Yeah, this was one of the first ones I did. It was like I just went straight for like the dark stuff. Went straight for war.
Yeah.
It's very scary, and it's also very detailed. And it's just like you see the bridges and the docks down there in the bottom. This one long plank-looking thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like a piece of land that's just there, that the AI generated, but just like it's very scary. And I came up with this idea because I had a lot of dreams when I was a kid of the world going into war, and I wanted to see those dreams projected through AI art, and I finally had the opportunity to, man.
Yeah, right around 1989, I remember having some pretty cool apocalyptic dreams like that. Not like that, but same
Yeah.
theme.
And for some odd reason, I still kind of want it to happen.
Mm-hmm. I think deep down everybody kind of does.
We're all bored, right?
It's half our nature. It's
Well-
half our nature. Yeah, bored.
All right, and the next one, next one is yours.
All right, what do we got?
This
Okay,
one.
this is definitely one of the earlier ones I did too.
In the bottom, looks like a portal of some sort.
Yeah, I think I was messing around with the words. I'm pretty sure that was probably cyberpunk inspired, and I probably threw the words neon in there, I'm guessing. A lot of time when I threw neon in there, you get that kind of like vibrant glow of things. Not finding the name of it.
It kind of has like this like Asgardian type like riverbed kind of like for like a Viking funeral.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at that.
That's it kind of looks like a book cover too. This would be like a really good book cover.
Like a very artsy, modern tech version of like the Nile around Egypt if it still had buildings going along and stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what your thought process was for this one because I don't know if this is like a moon, a sun, a portal.
If I can find the name, and I'm pretty sure neon was a keyword in
I could definitely see that.
Cyber City. So I'm looking at other pictures that were kind of like that, and they have all like the word neon in them.
I was using neon for a couple things too, and this would definitely fit that bill.
Because when you first start this, not you, John, or me, but well, maybe you, because I did, is that you look at everybody else's wording,
Yeah.
so you'll try your stuff out too and see what you get with it. Okay, I found it. It's called Time Within Time, Loops Within Loops, Clocks Within Clocks, Multiverse, in high resolution. So that had nothing to do with neon or cyberpunk at all.
Loops within loops, time within time. Holy shit.
Clocks within clocks. Yeah.
That's actually really creative.
I know what I was going for, and I didn't get the result exactly I wanted. That the one I ended up giving you was what I settled for, but I was looking for more like kind of like the Vitruvian Man, where there was like a clock within a moon, within a universe, within, you know, it looked more mechanical and symmetrical.
Okay, yeah.
But I was happy with that, and that's one of the first ones I did. So, what's your next one?
Right on, let's go. So this one.
Okay.
So I this isn't exactly, so I was a big Superman fan growing up, but not the character Superman. I was more of a fan of the lore behind Superman, like about Krypton,
Technology.
yeah, the technology that Krypton had and whatnot. So I read this book called The Last Days of Krypton, and it talked about a city that got shrunken inside of a dome, at like one that you see here. But I was thinking more, the actual name that I had for this one was a bright futuristic city inside of a small dome displayed on a shelf. And I mean, it's obviously some kind of futuristic other planetary planet, but the idea here was we, you know, there's the theory we live in a simulation, right? So there's like this, there, you know, so we all think, oh, maybe we're inside of a snow globe, and I wanted to portray that in this piece here. I actually did this one the other day. I was really deep in thought. And I wanted to really portray what a detailed city would look like in a snow globe like this, and it came out exactly what I wanted it to be.
Goes with that in a bubble universe or theory, yeah, where there are like multiple universes, and we're just rubbing up on each other occasionally.
Yep. And it's interesting too because like I go back to like the Krypton thing where the character Brainiac shrunk the city of Kandorf, and what he would do, he would collect the cities in like domes and snow globe type things, and
So he had a collection of them.
yeah, he had a collection of them, and he would put them on the shelf and stuff. And I always thought like, damn, that's actually a really cool idea to have like a snow globe, a couple of snow globes with like these futuristic styles like this. Could be a merch idea one day. I don't know, but like
You could actually, yeah, I was gonna say you can make that the little floating like airships that I see in there, kind of. You could have them just float around in there. It's all about the whatever substance you're using in that globe to keep it suspended, really.
yeah,
I don't know if it's like an oil or what.
and the detail. I mean, again, I'm going back to details. Like, look at the reflection of the glass and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's beautiful. This is by far one of my favorite pieces, and I can't wait to. Well, we'll talk about at the end of the show about the store. But yeah, I can't wait to have this in the store in some type of shape or form.
Okay, I remember what this one was. So there was someone had put down like a World War II era Kurosawa painting, and I like that. And I was like, well, let's see what happens when we throw a little bit of Salvador Dali in there with that.
Oh,
So that was the inspiration behind that. So it's a World War II inspired piece, but surrealism style. It was actually a duel, I think, is what the title was called.
This one is very beautiful. This is definitely one I could see like having as like an 18 by 18 on the wall. On a big ass canvas.
Oh, there's ideas.
That's really nice. And Kurosawa, I mean, Kurosawa's been in. I mean, let's all say it. We're all Star Wars fans here, and if you watch The Mandalorian, you know there was a lot of Kurosawa inspirations in there.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad to see that hasn't died, because I mean that guy just had an eye for art.
He really did.
Do you ever see the movie? What is it called? Dreams. And I think Kurosawa was one of the last ones he ever did. And it's like it's a series of short stories, but there was like 5 or 6 of them. And the first couple were like really cool, like they were vibrant. It was like a fox goes through this village, and like the trees end up dying, and this child has to like make friends with the fox or something. It was really cool. I'm pretty certain it was called Dreams. And of course it was done by Kurosawa, so it's just
That's really cool, man.
Asian culture.
I really Asian culture is really cool. I talk about Asian culture all the time with my family, and it's you know, probably one of the most respected. You know, they're very organized with, especially like their old traditional ways. When you watch a lot of these like samurai tales or read some of the folklore
Their
that's
art was
behind it.
incorporated in so much of everything they did. Art was everything, you know, even
Absolutely.
in their farming and stuff like that. So that's what I think it shows.
It's interesting because it makes you think about hieroglyphics.
Yep.
How hieroglyphics were like the first pictures of our
Language
time.
was created.
Yeah, and like now there's paintings and comic books, and these are all forms of hieroglyphics.
Yep. We're already slowly realizing that too. Like we're seeing the pattern of it, and just how, like, yeah, I mean, everything's a form of like a hieroglyphic perfect when you think about it. It's like we're just realizing it more because we're going back to pictorial expression.
Yeah.
Happy sign, happy face, frown face. Or,
Yeah, and it's a lot more expressive nowadays too. So it's beautiful.
yeah.
This is my last one here.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. So this one, I had I'm. We've talked about it before. We're both fans of the show For All Mankind, and if you're watching the show, they just went to Mars this past season, and you know, with everything going on with NASA right now and SpaceX, and with everyone wanting to go to Mars, I really wanted to portray.
It's mirroring that show right
Yeah, and I wanted to portray two astronauts on Mars, just holding hands and enjoying the scenery, just being in love, you know. And this is what came out of it, and it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful because it truly shows exactly what you think. The sand and the terrain there, it's just absolutely perfect. The astronaut
I
suit
like it
colors.
next to the digital quality.
Yeah,
Those colors are awesome looking.
the colors are
Yeah,
great.
you'll definitely stick out at Mars.
Yeah, this is definitely probably my second or third favorite piece. It's so cool. You know, again, everything going on with space right now, in science and technology and space. And then we have the James Webb Telescope showing us all this cool stuff. You know, I can't help but have space on my mind when I'm doing the AI art, and this is actually one of the best pieces that I think I have.
I like it because it looks like what's the little robot that's fallen on, or that's on Mars right now taking pictures. It looks like
Yeah, it's
that
Perseverance.
machine took it, so it has that quality of a computer. You can't see everything quite right, but you see enough to make it a meaningful picture, and I like that.
Yeah, it's
It looks digital, like it's a printout back home in NASA, and they're getting it. I like that.
I love it too. It's probably one of my favorite pieces.
With the whole For All Mankind thing. Oh yeah, here we go.
And I mean, if you think about it, we're kind of in the same theme here with space.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it's there. I love this one.
Yeah, I do too. It took me forever to get to this. So what inspired this was I was trying to make sci-fi posters, and then for kicks and shits and grins, I thought I'd throw my name in there because I'm egotistical, I guess, or something. I just want to see my name on a poster just once. So I think that took me at least 5 or 6 tries because what you'll discover in Midjourney is if you're gonna put a font or a word in there, you might chop out certain letters or add letters, and it might. I don't know if it happened to you, John, or if you noticed, but on some of those that I did with the font in it, it almost looks like it's Russian.
Yeah.
Like the Russian
Or alien
so
type.
I don't know. What's that?
Like, you ever notice how, like, sometimes with, like, some of your other work too, if you try to put letters, it's kind of like you said, either Russian or some kind of like symboled language or some type of like alien type of print or something
Well, that's
like that.
intentional. When I've tried to do the alien language, that actually worked out to where I wanted it. But like just your normal English font, it's giving you that, and that was like one of the better ones that I was able to, where you can actually see my name and spell it out, and you're not like, it's a Jerf Murray, that Jerfme. I can't read that, So.
Yeah, I love how like the planet, whatever, like, so is that a planet or moon?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. It could go as a hot air balloon, I guess. If you want.
Yeah. What I really like about this is because, like, when you look at it, it looks like the whole top right of that planet is full of just like all snow, and then there's like you actually see like some like building structures in the bottom, so like something's happening down there, something special.
Somebody's floating up towards it.
Yeah, and then you have it looks like an android of some sort in the middle, a giant android, or maybe like a statue or a temple that you can see from the planet. That's kind of like, as if this was a movie poster, there would be so many Easter eggs in it that you would just look at it and be like, oh wow, okay. Like this is cool. It even kind of looks like on the right side, it looks like a crashed satellite of some sort.
Yep.
All right, and
That's cool. We're going back over these because I've been pumping them out so much that I really haven't gone back and spent time on looking at them and appreciating them. And that's probably another thing you should do too, is take a break with this stuff. Because if you're like me and I spent all evening and morning last night creating stuff, you know, you could probably burn yourself out creatively.
oh, absolutely.
So
Yeah, this is
give your mind time to think. Have a
yeah,
post-it note.
and that's very true because once you get down to the brass tacks, it's, you know, yeah, this is art is therapy, but you don't want to sit here all day doing this stuff. So I mean, it is a nice little therapy. I completely enjoy it, and I'm glad that we can express ourselves through this to show off our thoughts. We're also gonna have a theme here, guys. Whoever's listening, we're gonna take submissions. So if you write to one of us on Facebook or Discord, give us a submission, and we will break it down on the show here. So we do have a submission here from Joe Perazzi the third. What we have here, it's the Angel of Cannabis.
Oh, bless thy angel. Holy crap, man.
So this one, this one's really cool. You got the stained glass in the back with the light, with the light shining behind her. it's so nice, and like there's cannabis everywhere.
Bless thee who smokes thee.
It's really cool because you got the stained glass in the back, and then you got the other one over on the left side, right?
It's a stained glass window that's not brown. That's awesome.
Or red and gold and purple and green, and it actually looks cool because you don't see in this stained glass, you don't see a picture. It's more like a symbol of some sort. Like it's like a shield. Like, you know how like a dream catcher, kind of like the weed catcher, you know, and you know, you got the green light in the background, which is very beautiful. But is this? It kind of looks like to me that she's in like some type of like temple, and like the temple is just cannabis, and you could just like walk on it barefoot as long as it's sanitized, and have a good time there.
She's a goddess. She's a part of it, so she don't need to sanitize herself. Well, maybe she needs to sanitize herself every now and then, but you know, and she's there on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that turned out great.
This one came out beautiful. It looks like a just a straight painting. Like it just.
I like how, okay, so the overall the painting pretty much is relative to itself. You got the goddess, you got the halo, you got the stuff growing behind her, and then you got these big green, like, welcome to Hawaii leaves hanging off her, and I love that part. That's what makes it. She was a goddess before that, but now she's the weed goddess. So
I also like that pendant that she's wearing too. She's got like a pendant there. Do you see it? It's like a gold pendant of some sort. It's like
the number 4.
Yeah.
He's missing a couple.
420, you know.
Yeah.
Very beautiful piece. I really like this one. That. You know, so we're gonna send us your submissions. I actually got a couple of them that I'll show off on our next episode. But what any final thoughts, man, about this? Like, what were some of your what was your favorite one that you saw today?
I think I'm gonna go with Joe's last one. That just, yeah, bingo. You win the prize this week on the Artificial Mind. That's just beautiful.
Yeah, I do like that one. I specifically enjoyed your Kurosawa style painting. Yeah. That one to me was like right on the money. It was beautiful. Very beautiful colors. So yeah, guys, thank you for coming. This was the first episode. We're gonna work out the kinks, and you know, give us suggestions, give us submissions. We're gonna have a store coming soon, and that's really about it, guys. Nothing but love. Pick your brain a little bit. It is
Yeah,
time
the
to
lovely
pick your
thing
brain.
about this is like you can go ape shit with your ideas. You can the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, if you got anything else to say, man, just say it out there, and then if not, we're out of here.
No, I appreciate you guys. If anyone ends up checking us out, I appreciate it, and we will make more of these, and we're only going to get better at it, and more mind-boggling and more exploratory. We're gonna push this so far. I don't even. I might cry.
Yeah. Give us some
But
themes,
that's
guys.
really-
Give us themes and give us submissions, because each episode's going to be a theme.
It'll be beautiful.
It's going to be great.
I love it.
Thank you, Stro. Love you, man.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe, for standing by. You're the man.